Hey guys, it's Tiffany checking in bright and early, which is rare for me. It's not even bright and early, it's 11 o'clock in the morning, but usually I put it off to the afternoon. But I had good reason. Today is my very low calorie day, number 25. Not a huge loss for me this morning. I'm down zero point 0.5, but that brings me to 18 pounds, which I'm happy with. I wish it was a little more, but I'm going to keep on working. I'm actually experiencing a lot of hunger. Is this normal? I'm doing injections if I haven't told y'all that. And it's only day 25, and I don't know, I'm just not hugely hungry, but I've been hungry in the morning. So I've been doing like a piece of Melba toast in the morning and maybe half a grapefruit or just something to put in my stomach so I won't be quite so hungry. And then I'll eat lunch here in about, I've actually only had the Melba toast so far, but I'll eat lunch about noon. Sometimes I try to start with the fruit first and stave off lunch to about 1:30 or 2. I don't know. Anyway, I have not been experiencing hunger in the mornings, and I am the past probably 2 or 3 mornings. Not extreme, but I definitely feel the hunger pain of wanting to eat something. And I find myself thinking about like peanut butter, or I don't know, stuff like that. And anyway, like I said, I just want a little something to get me through. So I'm trying to adjust what I've been doing to accommodate for that a little bit. So that's one question I had, if y'all get hungry at all, because I pretty much on the injections I've been absolutely fine with hunger. I've had a few cravings, but as for real hunger where I hear my stomach grumble and I'm hungry, not so much. So anyway, throwing that out there. I did, because I was down 0.5, I kind of needed, I don't know, I was hoping for a little bit bigger day today because I've had a couple of blah days. And so I decided to go do my inches. And I don't think I've reported on my inches at all. I didn't start taking my measurements till probably, I think, 10 days into the very low calorie diet. Honestly, at that time, I just didn't want to know. I knew I should be doing it, but I just didn't want to know where I'd let myself get to. But on day 10, was my starting point, and I took my measurements. And I'm just going to let y'all know this. It's very encouraging to take your measurements, because I knew that things were getting looser, and I knew that I was losing inches, but I had no idea I was losing so many. Now, keep in mind, I measure a lot of places. I measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 places on my body. And I even measure my wrist. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I have bracelets that are tight that used to never be tight. But that's not on my list. But just for my information, I measure my wrist. Anyway, in those places, you ready? In 25 very low calorie days, I have lost 23.5 inches. Hello? Seriously? That's crazy. I mean, really. When I totaled it all up, because I noticed I was losing a lot in certain areas, and I knew like I had 2 here, 3 here. But when you total it up and it's 23 inches over your body, that is literally huge. That is a huge amount of structure subtracted from my body. And so that's really, really exciting. Really exciting. So I'm really happy with that. And I'm so glad I decided to do it this morning, because it just encourages me to keep going and to finish this round with as much as I can give it. So I'm just going to give you the highlights, the ones where I really lost. Some of these will seem like odd places, but they bothered me. You know, that little area above your knee, I had never had chubby knees. In the past 6 months, since last summer, I had noticed I mean, I hated that part of my leg. So I measure right above my knee where fat would start to accumulate. In that one area, I have lost 2 inches. So, I mean, that's not a wide area. So 2 inches in that area, that's huge. Um, in my thighs, I've lost 2 1/4. In my hips, I've lost 2. Very wanted place. I'm down to 43 inches. My hips. In my belly, like the largest part of my stomach, I am down from 41 inches to 38 inches. So that's 3 inches. That's another really noticeable place that I'm shocked I'm down that much. 3 inches in my belly. In my waist, which would be the smallest part of that area, I am down from a 36-inch waist to a 32.5-inch waist. That means I've lost 3.5 inches in my waist. Wow. My waist has always been the smallest part of me. My mom has a teeny tiny little waist, but hips and boobs, I got the hips part, not so much on the boobs. But anyway, so that's a big one. 3.5 inches on my waist. Under on my bra strap line, that is 2.5 inches. And then my breast is 38. Told you that wasn't that big. And then let's see. Oh, another big area. Another place I had never had. You know that part on your arm? Oh, where am I? Here. Right, that area right there. I had noticed when I was wearing shirts that, coming out of winter into short sleeve shirts, that I had like fat there that I had never had before. And I've told you a lot. Like 20 pounds of this has come on very quickly. I was always around 200, and then just all of a sudden, uh, 20 pounds. And it had, there were some specific causes, but basically seeing that fat line was one of my wake up calls because I couldn't even hide in a t-shirt. It was very noticeable. But in that one little area, that part of my arm, I have gone down 2.5 inches. That's another huge area because that part of your arm is not that wide. Of course, mine was getting wide, but it's not a large space. So to go down 2.5 inches in that part of your arm, it's, to me, very noticeable. I'll sit in the car and I'll kind of rub this part of my arm and I'll think, I can't get in front of the camera. That bump of fat is not there anymore. So I'm really happy. And I think those are all my highlights. Yeah. Just for your information, I have lost 1/4 of an inch in my wrist. But that'll be nice when I want to wear jewelry again and stuff like that. But anyway, so 23.5 inches overall in 25 very low calorie days. And so I'm very, very happy. I'm trying to think what else is going on. Definitely still under a lot of stress. My husband is in job transition. His current boss knows he's leaving, and the new job is out there, but they haven't officially hired him. It just creates for a very stressful situation because his current boss wants him to resign now so he can understandably get somebody good in place. And he's not going to resign his job until he has a for sure new one. Anyway, it's just very, very, very stressful and dealing with a lot of strong personalities. My husband is not he's just a very easygoing, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. He's a principal and he has that nature too, but he is not the kind to be very aggressive and angry. Anyway, but his current boss is. So it just makes it very, very stressful. And like I've shared, my kids go to the school he's at now. He's principal. And I truly have no idea what I'm going to do next year. And of course, we can stay there because, it's a great school. We're out of area, which means I will have to apply for a transfer, but they've guaranteed us that's not an issue. But, there's just a lot of uncertainty there, and will those teachers be upset with my husband for leaving? I mean, they really like him and he's done a good job, and I just don't know. I don't know what the future holds, and it just seems like this today it started to come to a head, because really this week we should know for sure about where he's going and what the transfer is going to be, uh, and he is very, 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 very anxious about it. And of course, that makes me very, very, very anxious about it. So anyway, um, I homeschooled my kids in the past, really just one of them when she was early school age, kindergarten, first, second grade. Actually, not kindergarten, first and second grade. Um, that was before my husband came to this school. I am not a diehard homeschooler. I used to joke, I still, you know, I'm not your typical homeschooler. I'm actually an educator. I have my degree in education also. But just at that time, it was right for us and it worked really well. So that's always a thought, even though I can't imagine homeschooling three. It would be a lot of work. Um, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway, my daughter will go to middle school, which is a major transition. And the middle school she's zoned for is not a great situation. The principal there is my husband's former coworker. They did not get along. So, I don't know. I've had some questions about whether my daughter should go to that school. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. But, oh my gosh, 11 minutes. I am rambling. So I'm going to cut this off. But if you stuck with me, thanks for listening. I hope everybody's having good releases. And more than anything, I hope you're losing some inches. I'm happy about that. I hope you are too. Talk to you tomorrow, guys. Bye.